Okay, so once you have downloaded this, so again, as I said, you need to come here and create an account. I hope this email. Okay, let me try to sign in. I already have an account. Should be able to sign in. Better sign me in. I'm not good at remembering passwords. I'm not good at remembering passwords. So, morning, welcome. Yeah. I'm not good at remembering password. I'm very awful at it. So I don't like doing it. So I just hope I have my this thing signed in here. Okay, fine. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use it. Okay, so you need to come to GitHub and sign up, create an account, have an account there. Okay, fine. So now, when I'm here, right, what I will do is to navigate to my desktop. So to do that, what will I do? If I want to get to my desktop, what will I do? What will I do? CD what? CD desktop. So that is change directory. That's what CD stands for. So if I say CD desktop, if I look at LS, I'll be able to see the list of all the files that's on the desktop. So if you check here, you can see the HTML folder here, right? So I'll simply say CD HTML. I don't even need to type it full. I can just start with the first two letters and then hit the tab button. It will just complete it for me. Okay. So if I'm inside HTML now and I look at it again, I should see introduction to HTML. That is where I'm going to. So I'll say CD intro. I move in there. So once I'm here, of course, LS, there is nothing here. I don't have anything here at all. Okay. So I'm going to open this part now with my VSC. To open it with VSC, simply say code space dots. So once I say code space dots, it's going to open this place in my VSC. I hope you're with me. So you can see it's opening it there and I have it here. Okay. So first thing to do is now I can open my terminal. I can actually close this terminal here, or I can leave it, doesn't really matter. I can open my terminal in VSC by holding down the control key, the shift key, and the back tick. So I'll be able to open my terminal. So because I opened this with a bash terminal, so I'm expecting the terminal that I have on my VSC to also be bash terminal. Oh, it's not actually bash terminal. It's giving me a PowerShell terminal. You can see it from here, that is PowerShell terminal. So I can easily switch back to bash terminal by clicking this, okay? And then I choose bash. You can see every other terminal that I have, my console for JavaScript debugger is there. My Ubuntu debugger is also there. My command line, my PowerShell is there. So I can now choose bash terminal. So when I choose my bash terminal, you can see everything is going to change to my bash terminal. Are you with me? So that is fine. So what is the next thing I will do? For you to start working with Git, the first thing you do is to initialize Git. So to initialize Git, I will say Git init. Git int, Git init. So I've initialized, can see it's telling me here, initialize empty repository inside this point. So let's actually look at where that repository is. I'm not seeing it here, but it has initialized it. So normally Git file are hidden files. So if I go to view, I can actually click on hidden files here. Okay, fine. So, okay, let me open it. because I'm actually inside it here. I click on hidden file here, I can actually see my Git stuff here. So it has initialized it here. Normally it's hidden, that's why you cannot see it here. It is empty. All right, so back to this point. So when you've initialized Git, what you do is to add stuff in Git. Okay, so but before you start adding, assuming that you're going to have branches, it's good that you do what? You add whatever you are adding on your branch. You create a branch and add it on your branch. Okay, so what I initialize now is like a tree. A tree is available. It has sprung up a tree. A tree is there, but there's no branch on the tree. So I have to put up branches. Now going back here. Back to where? Okay, back to again. Okay, I'm not really okay. Let me go back to let me go back to developer Mozilla again. So I say each module assignment that you're giving, you are going to be doing it in a branch, right? You're going to doing each module in a branch. So, and definitely not all the modules here have an assignment. So, but let me check here. I know I normally post all these assignments in the classroom. So I don't think this module has an assignment. I think assignment started from text fundamental or even any other one that I give you. Okay, so if there is text or skill here. So there's text or skill for this. So you can see text basic. So if I come here, let me open this file now. So this is text basic, and I have how many tags here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 tags here. So this text basis will form a branch for me. So I'm going back here. And I now say I need to create a branch. Okay. So to create a branch, how do I do that? Now I'm actually in a branch. The branch I'm in is master. I need to leave this master and create a branch. It's like a fruit that is coming out on a tree. I mean, what they call it? Okay, I don't know whether I think pawpaw is like that. Pawpaw is like that. It comes from fruit, but normal fruits like orange and all, they come out from the branches. Okay, so fine. So to create a branch, I'll say git checkout. Git checkout. Now, what does git checkout mean? Git checkout means I'm checking out from the master. I'm checking out for the master branch. Git checkout minus B, the name of the branch. Name of the branch, please, lowercase, I can say text basic. Okay, git checkout text basic. So I'm leaving that. You can see I have left that point now. I'm no longer on the master. I'm now on text basic. So within this text basic, I'm going to create my 3 assignments. So let me create the first one. I can call it basic.html. Create another one, basic 2. This one is supposed to be basic 1, basic2.html. Then create another one, basic3.html. I'm giving you an instance, but I don't know how the assignment is. Okay, you all know how your assignments look like. Okay, so whatever that is looks like. Okay, fine. So now in this branch, if I look here, because I did this in this branch, if I look at this status, it will actually tell me that no commit yet, and yet I have created 3 files and I did not commit anything. Okay, so how do I commit? All right. Now, to make this thing to be very neat, I will do something again. I'm going to create a folder and call that folder text basic. So inside this text basic folder, I make sure that these guys, okay, let me come here. Now, I'm being careful doing this before I commit. Otherwise, if I go and do it after I've committed, I will have to. That's one of the things that when you do it, it will tell you, hey, you are one this thing away. So I'll go back here. So all those files that I created are now inside my text basic folder. Do you get me? So if I look at my Git status again, it will also tell me, hey, tell me the stuff that I have done here. Okay. So now what will I do? I will say git add dots. Now, if I say git add dots, it's fine. But I say git add text basic. Okay. So I've added it. When I look at status again, I will see that I need to commit. Can you see? It has picked out these files that I have here and is asking me to do what? To commit them. I need to commit those files that I have there. Okay, I need to commit them. So commit is like what Git we use to track the changes that I have made in anyone. So to commit, I will say, what will I say? So what will the message be? So I'll simply say created 3 files and a folder for text basic module. I'm trying to be as descriptive as possible. Okay. So I think I'm making a mistake in my spelling. Always read your this thing very well to be sure that you are not making any typo error. Okay, there's also a way you can also edit your this thing, but we're not going there now. So I've actually done that. So now let's say I now go ahead to do what? Can you see that these things have been cancelled because I changed their directory, so I have to cancel them. But let's say I now go ahead and edit this text basic.html. So if I do something like exclamation mark, enter. Okay. Now, let's say I did this and I did not save any change. I've not pressed Ctrl S and I look at my Git status. Can you see? Nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. But let me go and save this thing. Ctrl S. And then I come back here and do that. Can you see what it's telling me now? Modified text basic / basic.html. So once I make a modification, I have to do what? Add that thing that I modified. I have to add that. Which kind of base is this one? I have to add that thing that I modified and do what? Commit again. I have to add it and commit again. So I will say git add ./t. I will open this. I want to add that exact file. I don't like saying git add dot because I might make mistake making changes on 2 different files and I have not committed. Unless I'm sure that their commit is going to have the same message, it is fine to say git add space dot. I will make that thing now and show you. So this file that I have added, if I check my Git status again, I will see that it's asking me to commit changes to be committed. Even though I've added it, I will need to commit it. It's good anytime you add, you commit. Don't go and make another change. And I mean, you can confuse yourself. So I will now say modified basic .html. That is the changes I made here. So 12 insertions. It's telling me 12 insertions because if you look, one file changed 12 insertions plus 1. It stopped at line 12, basically. So let's say I come here. Now, let's say I come here and I do something like H1. And then I come here and I do this. I will say, I come here. Now, I have made 3 changes, right? I have made 3 changes. I modified my basic, modified basic 2, modified basic 3. If I come here and look at status, it's not like every time I'm just using this status for us to be seeing what is happening. It's not like before you do this add, you must do this status. No. Can you see that it has listed these things as the changes that I have made? And then I now do something like this now. If I say dot, it means I'm adding all the changes I made in this folder. So if you look at my status, it is telling me that I have added these files, but I need to commit them. As far as I added all of them at the same time, I must commit, give them one single commit message. Let me say modify some files. So fine, everything is working fine here. Let's say I'm done with this guy, and then I now have another folder. So let's go to another folder. The other folder will be what? Hyperlink. So I need to create a folder hyperlink. Now it has how many tags for me to complete? 3 tags. Now before I create that folder hyperlink, I need to do what? I want to check out from this branch and create another branch for it. So I will say, how do I check out? Git checkout flag B, the name of this thing. I can call it links. Okay. So I will have a new, yes. I check out from my text basic branch, and I've entered another branch, links. So I don't have anything in that links per se. So what I will do is to create a folder there. No. So now I have a folder called links. Okay, fine. Can call it tax one. So I need to add this. I will say git add dot slash links. So if I look at my status, I need to do what? Commit. I need to commit. I will say git commit. So, okay, now enough of this. Let's push this thing to a remote repository. And I come here. I have to create a new repository. Mind you, this repository is okay, fine. I'll call it MDN HTML. I think I already have a folder called HTML, so I don't. If I try to do that, it may. Okay, let me try to call it just HTML. Okay, it's like I don't have, no problem. So leave it public, leave everything the way it is. So later we talk about all this readme and stuff. So I will say create. Once that has been done, now it will simply tell me the process or the procedure for me to add files there. We have actually, so the only thing we need now is to get this Git Remote Add Origin. I don't normally memorize it, so I just copy it because it has the link to github.com/html.git. So I'll simply copy it and paste it here. Paste now. I didn't copy. Copy. What is happening? Sorry, let me switch. Okay. I don't know, for reason best known to it, my Git this thing doesn't want to push. So I've added it. Huh? Okay. It's actually okay. Just leave it. I will soon be done. Don't worry. I'm recording it. So my local repository has been this guy here. This guy. So I want is this guy now that I want to push to my remote repository, which is GitHub. Do you understand? Yes. So what I will now do is to do what? I will say git push. Now git push is not the right command because I have branches. So can you see? It's telling me I need to set it upstream. So normally I don't memorize these things. I simply, oh my, come on. I can't be typing this. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it has pushed it. So I need to, because the only one I push is links. I did not push the text basic branch. So I need to move to the text basic branch so I can push it. So I'll simply do what? Git checkout. Because I just have two branches, I can simply say git checkout minus. So it will simply move to text basic. So I don't really need to do much. I can just edit, just scroll up and edit this and put text basic. Network is messing up, messing up. Okay, it has pushed it now. So once that is gone, yeah, it has pushed it. So to confirm that I have those files there, if I go back to this, you can actually see that I have those files there. Okay, now if I move to, I can always switch branch. So what I needed you guys to be doing is, if you want to send me an assignment, what I expect you to be doing is to send me the branch and not to so what I wanted you to be doing is to send me the branch. The branch is what I need. The branch. Okay. If can you see if I'm this thing, okay, I think there was I don't know what. So can you see that this is telling me now HTML3 text basic. So there was a little error that I did. I should have created a branch and check out from the old branch. No, just leave it like that. It's not an error. It's not an error. I'm just one commit ahead. I know. Okay. So the link I expect you to be sending to me. Can you see how this thing is written like this? HTML3 text basic. This is what I expect you to be submitting to me. So I can also say HTML3 links. This is what I expect you also to be submitting to me. So within this intro, okay, any assignment you are doing, but when you now move to When you now move to another module, okay, you now create a new word. You know, this entire folder is inside introduction to this thing. When you now move to another module, you navigate like multimedia. Okay. Mind you, I did not have a Git. I did not initialize Git within this HTML, this thing. The place I initialize Git is inside this introduction to HTML. So if you look here, you can see that is where the Git is. I did not initialize it inside the HTML folder. No, it's not there. So when you are done with that, you go to what? Multimedia. You create another repository, another system for multimedia. Okay. You create another folder for multimedia. That folder will now be what? We have its own what? This thing again. All right. You get it. Navigate to another folder there. You now do what? You have to create another repo for it and then create the different branches within it. Okay. So talking about submitting assignments. Talking about submitting assignments, how do you submit assignments? People have not been submitting my assignment the right way. I just showed him that. Okay, so from the I will say from the instructor's point, let me well okay. When you open the assignment, I see I just use its own to show how you should be able to turn in the assignment. Okay, so but let me edit one assignment and include myself. Yeah. Let me say this assignment now. It has 5 students. I don't know whether I'm part of the 5 students. I'm not. Am I even a student in my class? I'm not a student here. Okay, fine. So, anyway, I'm not a student here. I'm not a student here. I should add myself. Okay, let me add myself. Let me add myself as a student. How do I add myself? How do I add myself? Okay. So going to people, we add students. We simply say F Chinen. Okay. Frank. So I will add myself here. Right. So and then I will accept just the way you guys has been. So I have to accept before. Okay, invitation to join. Let me accept it. So I will join. So if I've done that, join. Okay, so now I'm joining. I think I should have joined. And okay, I've joined. So I can come here and then look at, let me edit this assignment now to include myself. Okay, so where am I? Where am I? Why am I not seeing myself? So coming. So if I want to turn back sharing now, what will I do? So one thing I will do is to, let me go to um, classroom.google.com. Yeah, it's very simple. Okay. So from this point now, I can already say I'm here. From this point, I go to classwork and I will say there, okay, and then I will view assignments. I will come to this point, this very place, add create. You don't drop it as a comment. Come to add create. So from this add create, because it's a link, I will choose what? Link. Okay. And then I will send in the link to my tree. Copy it. I will paste it. If it's a file, I mean, I can ask you to submit a file. I can ask you to submit anything. So once you've done that, you now see what? Handing. Handing. So I will simply hand it in. If I want to cancel my submission at least before the teacher views it, I can also cancel, probably make a mistake. You're at liberty to cancel it before I view it. So if I go back here now, okay, and refresh this thing, can you see? I don't even need to refresh it. I will actually see there that two people have submitted. So can you see 2 turned in, 4 assigned, but only 2 people have turned in. So I hope with this, we all now know how to. I have trashed everything in Git for us. I have the recordings. I can share it with you guys, and also that is it.